Today I'm going to complete the You Can't Answer with Books tag, which is an original tag from BookBuds. So, get ready to get to know me. Okay, the first question in this tag is, what is something that you own way too many of other than books? So I have two answers for this. One that's not going to be a surprise. Board games. So yeah, I have lots of board games. These are not nearly as many as I have, but I collect these as well and kind of have an area where I keep them. Someday I actually want to get like shelving areas for my board games. Now I keep them in cabinets, so we can't really see them. But eventually I plan to have a room where I shelve my board games just like I shelve my books, and that is one of my other nerdy pursuits. The one that you might not know about for me is dresses. These are a little heavy, so I'll probably put them down, but I wear lots of dresses, and I have a lot of dresses, so I have way too many of these. Number 2 is, what is something that you do that's not reading a book? There's definitely several things I do, but one thing that is not necessarily part of my channel that you would just figure is I really like thrift store shopping. So that is kind of connected to dresses in a way, because a lot of my dresses I did get from thrift stores. For example, I got these ones yesterday for like 50 cents a piece, so you know, pretty good about that. You know, I spend so much money on books that even if I like clothes, I can't spend money on clothes, so I have to find them for cheap. So thrift store shopping is almost like an extension of books, really. One that I've been going to with my sister that's kind of fun is the Goodwill outlet, where like there's a bunch of bins and you basically buy clothes by the pound. So I think it's at like $1.60 something a pound. So yeah, it's kind of fun, but you have to do a lot of digging, but it's really active, so I kind of like that. Number 3 is, what is something special or important on your nightstand that is not a book? I don't really have a nightstand. I have like a ledge that's next to a window that also happens to be next to my bed. And I'll put a glass of water there, which I find very important, but that's not very interesting. I do get thirsty every night. Yeah. Number 4 is, what's something you buy at the bookstore other than books? And I have to say, for me, this is a very theoretical question, because I don't usually go to a bookstore and get things that aren't books, because I'm looking for books generally, and I guess I'm very like... okay, this is something about me as a person. If I'm looking for something, I'm like focused on that. I don't really get distracted easily by other stuff. But I will say I'll go in like the bookstore and look at like the board game section and like look at the puzzles, but then I'll usually get those board games or puzzles from different stores, like board game stores anyway, because, you know, if you go to a board game store, you're focused on buying a board game, so I'm too focused to get distracted by the little things there. But if I were to buy something at a bookstore, it would be puzzles or board games for sure. Occasionally I might buy like a notebook. Number 5 is, what's something fun that you've received that isn't a book or a gift card for books? My husband actually went to Madagascar and brought back a bunch of these like really cool little wooden carved boxes. They like kind of have like a weird way of opening them, like this. And the carvings are really pretty. There's different colors. We got more than these two too. I think we might have one or more of these beyond these. And I just think they're really nice. I like them. I like the wood carvings, so that's a cool gift that I got that's not book related. Also, who else is going to be able to say that they have a wooden carved box that opens like that from Madagascar? It's like a really unique thing, and I like having unique things around my house. Number 6 is, what is a YouTube channel that you watch that is not related to books? Now, I was really looking through my YouTube channels. I was like, I wonder if I actually follow a small YouTuber that's not a booktuber. I don't. I guess I don't spend enough time on YouTube to find the small YouTubers in different niches, but I feel like maybe that's something I should do in the future. But I really do love the Dice Tower, which is a pretty big board gaming channel, so big that they often get their symbol on board games. In fact, the one I have on top of this stack has a Dice Tower seal of approval, so it's a really big channel. But it's really fun. When I first started watching YouTube, I actually didn't know BookTube existed, and I just watched board gaming content. So I guess the Dice Tower content is kind of what got me into YouTube in the first place. Now, if you would love to do this tag, I would love to see you do it as well. Just let me know you did it in the comments, but I'm going to tag a couple people. I'm going to tag David from David's Book Reviews, Barb from Barb's Bookland, and them from Epic Tales to complete this tag so I can learn a little bit about them. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you later. Have a great day.